Hello, I'm Dawn Kogan, and I just want to share some takeaways from the UAA EDL program over the last 3 years. I really, having reflected about this here in the past week or so, I realize that I've just learned a tremendous amount of field experience through the internship, as well as all of the preparatory courses, and learned about a lot of resources available to us as education leaders. One of the first things I remember learning about was the cultural continuum in Dr. Blackman's class, and how by using that I could see areas in my own thinking that needed to change, so I would become more culturally aware, and also learning about the inequities that exist in our culture and in our education systems and our nation. I remember Cassius asking us to think about what it would be like to be thrusted into a subsistence lifestyle without the tools that we would need to survive, and that that's how students who aren't given the tools that they need, based on whether it's a low socioeconomic status, or a difference in gender, or a variety of things, maybe different race, these things that can be barriers to students in their education. And so I thank Cassius for that. Wanted to mention also learning about John Rawls' suggestion that, in order to have a healthy culture or community, we must possess two moral powers, and that's the sense of justice as well as knowing what is good. And these have helped guide some of my decisions this year, a lot of my decisions here at IDEA. And education leaders must find a balance between law and being inspired with just compassion, and being available, and having a caring, trusting relationship with our staff as well as our students. And really, I think we all agree that the spine of our goal is to support student achievement as well as safety. And this year during the internship, I faced a lot of problems, but fortunately there was more positive than negative experiences and issues. Some of the problems were suicide threat. Had to be a part of firing a valued employee. We had a fire here. We had a very bad leaky roof, and we've had disputes between staff members. And because of the tools that I received in the UAA EDL program, I was able to make sound decisions. And when I didn't know the answers, I of course turned to my mentors and our professors for guidance. And so I really appreciated that support. One thing I remember too is the 7 rules of just cause when managing staff, and that came out of Gina's politics, law, and ethics class. When there's an issue with a staff member, was the rule reasonable? Did I give the employee enough notice and about their performance? Was there a sufficient investigation? And was there any proof of what happened? And was the investigation fair? And would I treat all my other employees the same way, so equal treatment? And was the discipline appropriate?